The mermaid's secret. Why she transforms. Every night in the hidden fishing village of Isuba, tucked deep within the lush mangrove coasts of West Africa, the people spoke in whispers when the sun fell beyond the horizon. The villagers feared the ocean at night, not because of the waves, but because of the legend of Nakoko, the girl who transformed into a mermaid when the moonlight touched the waters. Nakoko was no ordinary girl, born during a rare moonblood tide. When the ocean glowed red under the eclipse, the elders knew her life would be bound to the water. Her mother, Amakoko, had cried tears of both joy and dread as midwives laid the shimmering child in her arms. Na's hair shimmered like river silk, her skin kissed by the silver of starlight. For years, she lived like any child, chasing fireflies, helping fishermen untangle nets, singing songs that made the waves dance. Yet, when she turned 17, strange things began to happen. Each evening, as twilight bled into darkness, her legs would grow cold and heavy. She could feel the pull of the ocean calling her name, not in words, but in ancient songs sung by the deep. Her feet would tingle, then meld, forming a magnificent tail covered in scales, the color of polished jade and twilight blue. Terrified, Na kept her secret. She would sneak to the water's edge, hiding from the villagers' suspicious eyes, and slip into the cool embrace of the sea. There she would swim for hours, the currents whispering stories of kingdoms beneath the waves. Kingdoms of power, betrayal, and eternal longing. What she didn't know was that Grandmother Essie, the oldest woman of Isuba, had seen everything. One evening, as the village prepared for the Festival of Tides, Grandmother Essie approached her. "You carry the mark of the Ocean Mother," the crone croaked. "This is no curse, child. It is your destiny." Through stories etched in the tides of time, Essie revealed that Na's bloodline traced back to Mami Ngiwa, the first mermaid queen of Africa. Mami Ngiwa, protector of the rivers and oceans, had once walked the land among humans, until betrayal forced her to retreat to the deep. Before she vanished, she blessed certain bloodlines, gifts of power and burden alike. Na was one of her descendants. "The ocean waits for you not as prey," Grandmother said, her eyes gleaming, "but as heir." But destiny is a cruel master. News of Na's transformations leaked. Fear poisoned the hearts of the villagers. They remembered old tales. Mermaids lured ships to their doom, they whispered. They bewitched men and drowned children. Superstition ruled over truth. The village chief, pressured by his council, decreed that Na must be banished. On the night of the festival, as lanterns bobbed like stars on the water, a mob dragged her to the beach. Na's mother wept, clawing at the earth, but tradition was law. "Confess," they cried. "Confess and free our village from your curse." Na stood proud under the weight of 1,000 glares. Tears shimmered in her eyes, but her voice remained steady. "I am not a curse. I am a daughter of the water. I am a guardian, not a destroyer." Then the sea responded. The ocean, calm moments before, surged with a might unseen in decades. Waves taller than the palm trees crashed onto the shore. Yet, no harm came to the villagers. Instead, a path of glistening wet sand opened before Na, leading into the endless blue. From the deep, shapes emerged. Majestic merfolk, with crowns woven of coral and eyes glowing like moons. At their center stood a towering figure, Mami Ngiwa herself, her beauty fierce and otherworldly. She spoke directly into the hearts of all who watched. "She is of me. Harm her, and your rivers will dry. Protect her, and your harvest will flourish." Fear turned into awe. The villagers fell to their knees. Without a word, Nakoko walked into the water. As the waves touched her waist, her legs melted into her tail. She smiled once, a bittersweet farewell, and dove beneath the surface, the moonlight following her like a crown. From that day, Esuba changed. The villagers learned to live in harmony with the sea. Fishing was plentiful. Storms softened before reaching their shores. Children sang songs of Nakoko, the guardian mermaid who protected their people from the unseen dangers of the ocean. And if you walk the shores of Esuba on a moonlit night, you might still see her. Silver hair glistening, eyes gleaming with the weight of a destiny bigger than land or sea. Nakoko became more than a myth. She became legend. Rack your soul with greed or harm. The waters they say, and you'll feel her song. A haunting melody, sweet as honey and sharp as sorrow, pulling you deep where no light dares to go. Moral of the story: what we fear may be the very thing that saves us.